Hello and welcome to Teach Indy's Design Thinking Experience, the Reimagining the Teacher Role cohort. My name is Sarah Marshall. I'm the Executive Director of Teach Indy, and I'm excited to provide a very high level overview as we welcome you into our experience. To start, I just want to say thank you so much for the leadership that you are about to display over the course of this experience. We know that the best solutions to talent challenges, whether that's retention, recruitment, satisfaction, really will end up coming directly from the people that are experiencing the work up close, and that's you, teachers and school leaders. We also do this work in service of ensuring that we're able to retain more teachers so we can continue doing great work for students. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, let's dig into a little bit more of the specifics of the experience. I would be remiss without mentioning that the RTR team has two folks, in addition to myself, who will serve kind of as a leader behind the scenes with your school leadership or district or network leadership, and also work on some sustainability. The cohort really thrives because of our design coach expert, Dr. Portia Chisley. Portia leads the cohort experience really because of her expertise in human-centered design. She will be leading your sessions, the whole group sessions, as well as individual school based coaching sessions to really help your team work through a planning process, a testing process, a feedback gathering process, and ultimately implementation of an innovation to help with teacher retention and satisfaction. Over the next couple of months, really our goal is to achieve a couple of important outcomes. Some of them are external, some of them are internal, and some of them set the stage for this work being shared at a much higher level than just your school. So when we think about the experience, we're looking at opportunities to increase staff satisfaction and retention, and to find innovative approaches that are grounded in what teachers are seeing on the ground. We also are working to create really like a coalition and cohort experience so that you are engaging with other like-minded design thinkers who you might be able to lean on and get feedback from, and to foster a greater sense of really leadership across both your school and our city through design. Lastly, we're hoping to increase awareness of some of the great innovations that are going to come as a result of your work and share those both locally and nationally, or look for national models that might fit some of the challenges you're experiencing, if that makes the most sense. So, how does the experience work? Well, we're going to walk you through each step of the process, but here's a high level summary. First, we will start the Teach Indy team by meeting with your schools and identifying some of the talent challenges that keep them up at night. Next, we will onboard you so that you learn a little bit about design thinking and what the principles look like in action. Then we'll spend our time together going in depth on more of the design thinking principles, including things like empathizing, defining and looking at data, ideating and then building a pilot, getting feedback after you test, and then ultimately pitching the idea to get feedback from school leadership before implementation. You'll notice we will do implementation, so you will be asked to launch a project at your school or network, and then we will spend time reflecting, refining, and if possible, thinking of scaling your work either in your school or in a much broader context. We we like to say up front that this cohort experience does push teachers to think really differently. And so here are some of the mindset shifts that we ask all of our participants to really embrace and go throughout the experience. Things like shifting from a human resource lens to how do we leverage each other as resourceful humans? Instead of self-determination, where we feel like we might be on an island of ourselves, how do we work together to really think about co-determination in our challenges? The next two are very closely linked. How do we move from a fixed and linear mindset where there's one solution and one solution only to more of an iterative mindset where we're taking chances, we're making changes, we're refining. We might take two steps forward and maybe one step back in that nonlinear fashion to ultimately get us towards an intervention. We like the use of the word intervention here because it indicates that there is multiple solutions to get to solve any challenge. We're going to just work on one intervention that might be beneficial. Ultimately, what we're hoping is to launch and build school systems where teachers, instead of thinking, thank goodness it's Friday, embrace, thank goodness it's Monday. I can't wait to get back to my students. So we've said a lot in this short video, but we're looking forward to connecting with you and spending more time with you and your school team thinking up design. So we look forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My contact information is on the screen. And welcome to the Reimagining the Teacher Role cohort.